Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. Today I will create this lovely moonlight silhouette artwork using Inkscape. Subscribe and click the notification button to get the latest videos. I will begin by enabling a few snapping options. Draw a rectangle with the dimensions of 1920 by 1080 pixels. Create 3 circles using the ellipse tool. Hold Ctrl and drag to create a perfect circle. The dimensions of the 3 circles are 850 pixels, 700 pixels, and 550 pixels. Align the circles and group. Draw a guide along the y-axis to a reading of approximately 1000 pixels and rest the grouped circles on this mark. Draw an ellipse with the dimensions of 2400 pixels by 520 pixels. And place the upper section of the ellipse a few pixels within the inner circle. I will align it to this page. I now want to delete the excess section of the ellipse. To do this, duplicate the background, select both objects, go to Path, Intersection. Great! I will now draw the clouds. With the ellipse tool selected, create a perfect circle of about 270 pixels in diameter. Make a copy and paste them in a group formation, forming a rough cloud shape. Join the circles by going to Path, Union. I will place it here at the right side of my circle. Repeat the process 2 more times with different variations. And in groups of 3, place them on both sides of the moon. I have now completed drawing the moon, which is the center circle, the field, which is at the bottom of our drawing, and the clouds. It is time to apply some color. So let's begin with the background. Under this menu, I will use the HSV color scheme. Apply a solid color of 230/100/11/100. Set a radial gradient. Reverse the direction of the gradient so that the darker color is at the edges. As expected, the gradient takes the shape of its object. I need the gradient to be perfectly circular. So, duplicate the object and rotate it by 90 degrees. Draw a guide on the y-axis and place it at the top of the flipped rectangle. You can now delete the duplicate object. Extend the shorter gradient handle to the guide. Don't forget to hold Ctrl as you pull to keep it vertically. As you can see, the gradient is now perfectly radial. Add a new point on the gradient at an offset of 0.5. Set the color to 230/86/11/100, and at the center set the color to 222/30/50 50/100. I will now provide the fill color for the 3 circles. For the center circle, the color is 180/5/100/100. The second circle, the color is 189/100/100/30. And the third circle, the color is 189/100/100/15. The last digit is the alpha, that is the transparency. Delete the stroke of all objects after applying the fill color. Now set the color for the lower section, which is the field. I'll give it a color of 245/100/13/100. That's done. So let me begin working on the clouds. Choose a cloud and provide a fill with a linear gradient. Add 2 offset points at 0.33 and 0.66. At offset 0, the color is 200/100/50 with an opacity of 100. At point 0.33, the color is 215/100/30/100. At point 0.66, the color is 230/100/15/100. And finally, at point 1.0, the color is 230/100/11/100. Rename the gradient for easy identification. For the remaining clouds, remove the stroke and provide the same linear gradient as earlier created from the gradient panel. Place the clouds behind the moon. So I will now try to adjust the gradient so that the dark area of the cloud blends in with the background and the lighter areas with the light of the moon. As you can see, the cloud needs some work. So I will add an outer drop shadow for a bit of contrast and realism. Move a cloud to the canvas and duplicate it. Give the duplicate a dark fill and set the blur to 10%. Lower selection by 1 level. You can now see the shadow. It looks impressive. Repeat the process for the rest of the clouds, although no need for the bottom cloud. After some adjustments, switch to grayscale to view the contrast of the artwork. Something isn't right yet. So I will change the gradient to radial. I believe this will look much pleasant. Select a single cloud and move it to the canvas. With the gradient tool selected, choose the radial gradient. The result is similar as the earlier situation when we were applying gradient to the background. The gradient needs to be circular, so repeating the same process, duplicate the image and rotate it by 90 degrees. Draw a guide vertically to the top of the duplicate object. Delete the duplicate. With the gradient tool selected, make both handles equal in length by dragging the shorter handle vertically to the guide. Dragging the object back to the group in the best position, drag the gradient to the center of the moon. I have now formed a nice radial contrast. I am going to adjust the gradient and add a new offset point to compensate for the extension of the gradient handles. The offset points are 0.8, 0.6, and 0.4. For the new offset point, the value is 200/100/50. Adjust appropriately. Rename the new gradient. You will have noticed that I regularly switch between full color and grayscale as I adjust the value. This is quite helpful. Repeat the process for the rest of the clouds and select the new gradient to apply. No need for a new configuration. It is generally difficult to locate the center of the moon, so you can draw a small circle and center it, or use a vertical and horizontal guide. Also remember to maintain proportion on the gradient handles. Select both ends. Hold Ctrl while dragging. I have now formed a nice radial contrast. This is my complete drawing of the clouds. As you can see, we have a much better color distribution and contrast. For this third part, I will now draw the stars and comet. Begin by drawing a perfect circle with the dimensions of 20 pixels and give it a white fill. Change it to a radial gradient. With the gradient tool selected, choose the outer handle, set the outer color to black and the alpha to 0. Change the blend mode from normal to color dodge. This is the effect you get. I will now copy and paste the stars randomly across the sky. Let's now draw the comet. Draw a rectangle with the dimensions of 25 pixels by 250 pixels. Draw a perfect circle of 25 pixels. Place half of the circle over the rectangle and align vertically. Path Union. Using the Edit Path by Nodes tool, select this area. Move each node inward by 3 steps. Each step is equivalent to 2 pixels. This can be changed in the global settings. Give a fill of 270/100/39/100. Switch the gradient by 90 degrees so that the lighter area is on the tail. Make a copy and scale down to 16 pixels by 188 pixels. On the copy, add 2 more offset points and set the color as I do. At offset 0, the color is 144/100/100/100. At offset 0.35, 195/100/78/100. At offset 0.65, the color is 260/100/60/75. At offset 1, the color is 270/100/39/0. And finally, I will align the objects vertically and add some glow from the stars I created earlier and group them. Let's add some life to the artwork. Here are some pictures I gathered from the internet. You need to trace the image using a pen tool or draw from a picture. I will provide a link below where you can get some wonderful pictures. I will not go over how to use the pen tool in this video. It takes quite some time, although I'll do so in another video. I already have the images drawn. Let's begin with the grass. Duplicate the ground. Swap the fill with a stroke. Using the Edit Path by Nodes tool, select this lower section and delete. Copy the grass, select the curved stroke, go to Path, Pattern Along Path. Pasting the effect gives this result. As you can see, the grass has been applied but on the lower side of the stroke, and the dimensions of the grass has also been reduced. I will undo this action and apply link path instead of paste. Let's see what effect it has. This time, the grass retains its size but still is applied to the underside of the stroke, taking the length of the stroke. Okay, make a duplicate of the grass and join them. The width will now be more than 1920 pixels. Draw a rectangle of length 1920 pixels. Select both objects. Go to Path, Intersection. Invert the stroke. Select the grass and copy. Go to Path Effects, Pattern Along Path. Link to path. Don't forget to go to Object to Path. Invert the object. Give it a fill of the same background. Remove the stroke and place it in the artwork. I will switch to split mode to be able to view the outline. Okay, it looks good. I will now insert both the animal silhouette, which is a kudu, and a tree. Give both vector objects a dark fill. I will put some perspective to the artwork by scaling the tree down and increasing the scale of the kudu. Yeah, this looks good. Add some crater to the moon. Draw a few circles with the light color shade and place randomly. Use the same values as this. I'm almost done. So finally, I need to remove the excess objects overlapping the page. Draw a rectangle 1920 by 1080 pixels. Select all overlapping objects and this new created page and clip. Finally, I'm done. Lovely artwork. Feel free to try with different cool or neutral colors and share so that we see what you can come up with. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Let's meet on the next tutorial.